14th annual SERVPRO First Responder Bowl. Be Tuesday, December 26th, 4:30 Central Time at SMU's Ford Stadium. It'll be televised on ESPN and simulcast on ESPN Plus. First time we've had two Texas schools face off against one another in the game. So very excited on this end, and I'll let Brant Ringler, who's the executive director of the game.
I haven't even looked at the bowls. Who's in a bowl?
I'm on the mute button. There
You,
you go, John.
yeah, mute. All right, we'll go ahead and get muted if you're not speaking, and appreciate that. And Brant, if you're available, and have some opening comments.
Thank you, Drew, and thank you everybody for being on the call today. Truly appreciate your time. Coach, congratulations. Welcome to the SERVPRO First Responder Bowl. We're truly excited to have Texas State. I've been watching you all year. Phenomenal job in your first year. Kind of to be expected. You're a winner. Your career, you've done a phenomenal job as well. And, just to have Texas State coming up the highway to our game, we're really, truly, truly excited. And I say that over and over again. And in the past hour, our ticket sales are going through the roof. I mean, I fully expect a full crowd. And that's a great job to you for what you've done in building it up in the first year, getting that excitement going, having a winning product on the field. We're going to show your fans a good time. We're going to show your players a good time as well. Our game is a full tribute to our everyday heroes, which is our first responders. So there's going to be moments throughout the game in which we're going to take the time to honor them. It's a safe place for them to come and be appreciated and awarded the opportunity to hear the thanks that they deserve for what they do for us 24/7 in all our communities. But right now it's about Texas State. And like I said, we can't wait for you guys to get up here and Bobcat Nation roar really loud out here. So look forward to it, Coach.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Obviously really excited, obviously to be coming to Dallas and to play in such a great bowl game on ESPN. And like you said, we're going to travel really well. I think being our first bowl game, and the fans are going to be really excited. And our players, we just got done with the team meeting, and they were ecstatic, and getting to stay in Texas. I think you hit on that. Getting to play an in-state opponent is huge. Yeah, we had team meeting. Guys were ecstatic, and getting to stay in Texas, getting to play Rice and in-state opponent is something everyone's really looking forward to. And I grew up right down the road in Mesquite, and my grandparents still live there. Have a lot of family in Dallas. I GA'd at SMU, so kind of a full circle moment for me. That was my first job, so really excited about the opportunity, and but more importantly, these guys are really excited. Man, they were fired up to hear we were staying in Dallas. So with that, I'll open up to questions.
Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, Kev.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats on the bowl. When you were talking about wanting a bowl location, you brought up an area where fans could travel to, Texas State fans specifically. So when you hear Brant Ringler just say right now that he's expecting a full crowd, is that what you wanted the most when you could talk about big bowls and all this, but did you really just want a good area for the Texas State crowd to show up to?
100%, man, because I knew how important this was. This bowl game was for the university, and to get to stay in Texas and with a bowl game like this, that's what it's all about. And it's going to be, like you said, it's going to be a packed environment. At least I know Texas State fans will pack it out. So it's going to be exciting, and getting to play on ESPN, and man, it's exciting.
Go to Colton.
Mr. Ringler, I guess this question's more directed to you, but what made y'all decide y'all wanted to, when y'all were looking at the bowl opponents, why did y'all want to take Texas State in the first place? And why did y'all want to kind of bring this in-state matchup for y'all's bowl matchup?
Well, first of all, our game's on December 26th, and we know that's a hard travel date for a lot of out-of-state fans. And so we always try to have one in-state team if we can in our game, or one regional team. And when we saw the great work that Texas State has done this year, the fact that it's their first bowl game ever to go to, we were excited to put the pin on that one and say, hey, let's get Texas State up here, be a part of it. And then when we could add Rice as well to the mixture, it just made total sense. A great in-state matchup that was made, and the fact that they both can drive up the morning of or the day before, whatever's best for their family and friends, to be a part of this matchup. We thought it made the most sense of all. And so we fortunately ESPN was able to make that happen.
All right, thanks. Jacob?
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the success, the selection. Coach Bloomgren just said that Rice was going to try and take over Dallas. I just wanted to get your take on how you think Texas State fans will travel. A lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement for this first bowl game. What's all that been like, leading up to this?
Yeah, I think, or I know we'll travel very well, and we'll do our job and packing that place out, and just really excited for our fans, and it's going to be a great game. And big thing is too, not only for the fans, but the families of our student athletes getting the opportunity to come watch them play in a bowl game and experience that with their families. And so this is a special game. And man, I couldn't be more happy. I was hoping for this one, and got the opportunity to do this and play in Dallas for the First Responder Bowl, and then getting to play Rice. That probably fires me up just as much.
All right. Kev, you got another one?
You muted, Kev.
See, it's my turn that time.
There you
Joey Hobart, he was injured last game. You said you expect him to be back for the bowl. Having the bowl game be towards the end of the month,
yeah.
Is that good for you health wise? Obviously, you're expecting Hobart back, but do you think you can get some of these other guys healthy as well?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I just ran into Joey, and that'll be at the team meeting. That's one of the first things I brought up. So he should be full go for that, and 100%. And it also allows us to do some more recruiting. That last weekend, depending on when the bowl game was, sometimes you lose that last weekend of recruiting. We're able to do that now, and so that part was big for us, and getting healthy, which was kind of our last couple of games. We were beat up, so most of the injuries we should be able to get back.
Go back to Colton.
Coach, being able to play in a DFW, how important is, considering a lot of your players are from the DFW area, how important is it that, not only this game in Texas, but you're playing in an area where a lot of your players' families are from?
Yeah, it'll be great. And some of these guys, some of these seniors, it'll be their last game to ever play, and getting to play in front of family and friends, and it'll be a special game, and really excited for just everyone involved, and shoot, my family, all my grandpa who coached my little league team, hasn't been able to go to a game all year, and he's going to be able to go to this one. So it's a special game, and anytime you get your family and friends involved and get to go to the game, makes it a little special.
John?
Hey, Coach, there's been a lot of losing that's been going on at Texas State. Do you think the guys really understand what they've been able to accomplish? And are you surprised that you were able to do this so quickly?
I think for us, anytime we brought in that many new guys, we expected to win. And that was kind of the mindset as soon as we took the job, that first team meeting. And credit to the players and the staff for buying in and believing. So I'm not necessarily surprised. I think we did a really good job of bringing in quality recruits, and the guys that were already on the roster were buying in. So it really has. It's been kind of a whirlwind. I was looking down the other day. It was about a year ago that I was hired, and just, there's a little league game going on outside. I remember walking when I first got the job. So, man, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of work. But I think I go back to President Danfus and Don Coryell, the belief they had in me and helping me accomplish that. I mean, it's not easy bringing in that many guys, so it's been a really fun year. A lot of work put into it, but I wouldn't change it for anything.
Andrew.
Congratulations again, Coach. So it is distraction season, but this whole year has kind of been like a distraction season when you have so many new guys. How have you been able to kind of keep it quiet this week in particular, like getting ready for this bowl game and then leading up to it? How do you keep all that like extra talk out of the locker room, out of like these guys' heads?
I think the focus has been on the academics last week and this week. That's where the focus will be, is just finishing up academically, and so I think they've done a really good job of that, and so it's been pretty easy to kind of block everything else out.
All right, Kev, see your hand again.
How much do you know about Coach Mike Bloomgren? Do you know him? He mentioned earlier that you guys passed each other at the Texas High School
Yep.
Association. Yeah, that convention. How well do you know him?
That's about it. I Googled him right before I hopped on this deal, just to make sure if anyone was going to ask me any questions. I saw he had a Jets shirt on, so maybe he's with the Jets. I was at the Jets for a cup of coffee, so that's about all I know about him.
Anybody else with any questions for Coach or Brant? John?
Coach, with 3 weeks until the game, will you do anything different leading up to it, since this is kind of uncharted waters for you guys?
Yeah, I think for us, this week will be academics. They got finals this week, so they'll focus on that. We'll give them a couple of days off to go see their family and kind of relax a little bit, and then we'll get into it. And the first couple of days will be a big, developmental days and kind of walk through for our older guys. That's one of the best things about bowl games is, really getting a lot of these guys that haven't got reps throughout the season. It's almost like an early spring ball, and you get to steal some practices there, and the developmental part of your program. Anytime you get to a bowl game is huge. So that'll kind of be the focus the first couple of days, and then it'll be about a week and a half, 2 weeks of straight rice after that.
All right, Colton.
This question is for Mr. Ringler. Can you take us behind the scenes about how the bowl selection process works, and just like, I know there was some talk about like the selection of Liberty kind of messed up a lot of like everyone's plans, but like, did that affect y'all's plans at all, or was it just like this was y'all's was the matchup y'all were planning on from the beginning?
Yeah, we were very fortunate not to get caught up in that mix of the fallout of the trickle-down effect that occurs in some bowl instances. No, these two teams that we've had on our board from day one, and we were very fortunate that it actually held in place the whole way through. So, like I said, it's been the perfect match for us from the beginning, and truly look forward to seeing these two teams come to Dallas.
All right, any other questions for either?
One more. Who asked me about Coach? I think Kev did. Maybe I do know he recruits Texas very well. That's one thing he's done a really good job of recruiting Texas high schools. When I got the job, that's one thing I noticed, that Rice was stealing some guys basically. I mean, those guys, he's got some real guys on that roster, and he's done a tremendous job. And it's I obviously, the coach in me, as soon as I find out, you start watching game film, and obviously they're really good quality opponent. I think it's going to be a great matchup, and excited for that too. Sun Belt, American, that's always a good matchup.